Today, I, Brent, and my friends Gibson, Keith, and Keehung have prepared a video explaining derivative. Well, what are derivatives? Simply put, derivative is the gradient of a curve at an exact point. The more complicated definition of derivative is this. How do we derive this equation? Let's first look at a straight line graph. We already know that the gradient of a straight line graph is the change of y divided by the change of x. Knowing this is crucial to understand derivative, and I will show you why later in this video. Moving on, let's now look at a curve. Well, compared to a straight line, a curve's gradient is not the same throughout, because in the case of this curve, it gets steeper along the way. And what that means is that the gradient would vary along the way too. Let's say we want to find the gradient of a point with x coordinate of a and its respective y coordinate with its function f of a in this curve. We could draw a tangent line on that exact point because finding the gradient of that tangent is equal to the gradient of that point. Well, to find the tangent line of that exact point, we take another point, which is close to point A, and draw a line connecting the 2 points together, or secant line for short. What this does is it gives us an approximation of the actual tangent line. We will name the distance between the 2 points h, and the other point would have a coordinate of a plus h, and a y coordinate f of a plus h. Now knowing all these information, we can find the gradient of the secant line. As a result, we would get f times a plus h minus f times a over h. However, that's not the gradient of the tangent line, right? That is just an approximation. What we want is the value when h approaches 0, because as the 2 points get closer and closer, the better our approximation is going to be until it reaches h equals 0, because that would actually be the tangent of that point A. So, what that means is that in order to find the gradient of the tangent line, we have to find the limit of this value as h approaches 0. So, this is how we derive the definition of derivative.